Well, hello there everybody. As you just saw, I took on 3 fertilising contracts. There was quite a few yesterday, but when I woke up this morning there was only 3 or 4 I think left, and one actually disappeared when I clicked on it. I did borrow the equipment for the smallest one because it had that wide. Let me just show you. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm on about. I had this Amazon which has got a fantastic spread width on it, so I borrowed the equipment for that contract and used that for the other 2, which was pretty cool. Definitely I think we're going to change from 3 days per month to 1 per month as we move into winter. That won't change. Even if I change it now, it wouldn't change for November. It changes every season, so it won't take effect until you move into the new season. So as soon as we hit winter, that will just be December then if I change it for that, because there is, like I said, there's going to be a bit of thumb twiddling I think as we go. The lettuce is obviously going to be a slow process anyway because they are the slowest growers. We have got a few eggs around here now, 741 pieces, so that's pretty good. I think soon as well the chickens will start producing some more, so their reproduction is at 50% now, which is pretty cool. And obviously when we do switch to 1 days per month, that will speed up a lot of the process like this, the lettuce, the chickens and the eggs. So hopefully we could make a little bit more progress as we go through the winter. There is a couple of harvesting contracts that I've noticed which are up the top part of the map. Sunflowers and corn. So my theory was, I'm not going to do those now because I want to do a couple of little things on our farm. My theory was to borrow the equipment for one of these, and obviously that header will do either. So we'll probably borrow the equipment for the lowest fee, which is this one. No idea what sort of trailer they're going to give us, but also, which is quite handy, they are both requiring you to deliver them to the farm shop, which is up the top part of the map as well. So this is where we have to deliver them, which is cool, and it's field 9 and field 10, so they're pretty much right next door. So I guess even if we do have a small trailer, it's not gonna hurt, is it, to do a couple of trips. Probably the worst thing is going to be getting all the equipment up there, but hopefully it should just be a harvester with the header and a tractor and trailer, so pretty cool. It is a bit annoying, I find, that you cannot sort of go over on this screen and see where it says +2. That's obviously telling us there's 2 more pieces of equipment, which is probably more than likely going to be the tractor trailer, but it would be nice if you could be able to see everything. That's my theory, and the same with that, that's going to be a tractor trailer. Probably find that it's exactly the same tractor and trailer. Right, that's enough waffling from me. What I would like to do is probably, I'm not sure what order I'm going to do it in. I would like to get some fertiliser on that field down the bottom there, which we limed last episode, and plough it, because it does need ploughing. I've gone into this menu far too many times already this episode. Let's turn on them. I don't know why they're off. Yeah, so it does need ploughing, which means we're going to get some stones. That's okay, we can pick them up. So possibly, actually, this episode may be just us doing our bits and bobs on that field, because like I said, I may get some grass growing in there because we could do some silage bales moving into the winter. And like I said last episode, I know winter is probably not the best time to be cutting grass, but what do we care? Because if we take a look at silage and look at the price fluctuations, come December, January, they should be sort of up there. Now my understanding is this fluctuation chart is supposed to represent the previous year. That is what I've read. I can't remember where I read that now. So it's not always going to be 100% accurate, because earlier I came on actually to see what we might be doing this episode in terms of selling. I don't want to sell the wheat. We've got oat. They're all going up, which is fantastic. But according to this, December, January's going to be the better time to sell. Possibly even February, as they're starting to come down. But again, that's just supposed to be a representation of last year. Canola, interestingly enough, should be now the best sort of price. But they're all starting to go down, which does worry me. So I don't know whether to try and sell some of this now at the marathon sale point, which is the train, or hold off, because obviously we are going to have 2 more days in November, and see if that does change again. So possibly could do that actually. I think we'll hold off. And then the same with the corn. January seems to be quite a popular time to be selling most of our things. So what else do we have? Straw. They're both going up, but again, January. So I think we will hold off. We're not desperate for any money. We'll crack on, start doing some things. So we'll head on up to the shop and get ourselves... I did try again. I know it didn't work last time we did the fertilising contracts, but I did try again using the spreader that we had for the contract, because I finished down on field 46, which was down by the south train station. I drove back via our farm and tried using the spreader on that field, and it wouldn't have it. So I didn't think it would, but it was worth a go. So although you can use their tractors for different bits and bobs around your farms, anything that you use to actually perform the contract, I guess, so like the fertilizer spreader, because that was what the contract was for, they're not going to allow us to do that. So that's a bit of a shame. Anyway, let's drop off here. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's go into the shop first. Let's check our bargain basement. I know we have been a little bit lucky in the past with this, but there's nothing there for us. That's a grape trailer, that's no good, none of that. Rubbish. So what I wanted to try and do is, in plows, there is this mod. I presume this is the same one. It's pretty much like the one that was on FS19. I absolutely loved this fella. But I swear, on FS19 it was only something like 180 horsepower required. And that was 6 meters as well. This is 260. Now I don't know if our tractor's going to cope with that. And we do obviously have a 9 meter option as well, which would be cool. But that is 320 horsepower required. So hopefully one day this may pop up in our sale, because I think we will buy it, but at the minute we're not going to buy it. Although saying that, there is these, but they're a lot more expensive. That's only 170 horsepower. I don't think that folds up either, so it could be a bit wide for transporting. I know we're not far from the farm. That is quite expensive. I think what we'll do is we'll just lease this. If it doesn't work, we will either take a hit, although we can as well bump our tractor's horsepower up to 261, I think, but that's going to cost. Right, 867. If this doesn't work, that's my fault, and I will take the blame for that. Right, so I didn't want to come out of there, because what I wanted to do is also get a fertilizer spreader, and I think we'll go for, let's just check, 16.5, that's 25. I do like that. That's the base game one. That is a very good spreader for base game. But that would be what, 1200 to lease. And there's this fella. What would that be? To be fair, I don't think we're going to use a lot of fertilizer. Just out of interest, the full capacity, what's that? That's cheaper than the base game one. I think we're only going to use about that. We're not even going to use that, I don't think. So I might just go for that. That's going to be cheap as chips as well. We've got fertilizer in our silo because we had some left over from that contract. And I also forgot that there was some in the silo before I started that contract. I ended up buying some more. Right, we should be able to hook this up to the front. Let's fold that up. And we'll head back to the farm. Fill the spreader up. I'm going to do the fertilising first, I think. And then pray that this subsoiler will work. It is a subsoiler, but it comes under the plows section in your tools. Trees are looking very orange now. Still a mixture of green in some of them though. It's quite cool. I haven't seen our little friend yet in the yellow 2CV. So I don't know where. I'm sure they'll pop up at some point. Stalking us. Whoa, that's so annoying that. Solid fertilizer, we'll fill it right up. Like I say, I've no idea. I don't think we're going to use all that at all though. I really don't. Everything's growing, pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Right. Let's pop that down there. And then we'll zoom out a little bit because this is going to have a nice spread on it as well. What are we going to get away with? Probably more than that actually. Excellent, away we go. So this will give us our first stage. And then we'll plough that up. We'll have to deal with the stones. We obviously do have some of those in storage as well. I reckon if I'd have gone over a little bit more, we might have done that in 2 passes. We do have quite a bit of room down this bottom end here as well, so we could possibly extend this field one day, maybe. We're definitely not going to do, yeah. Very tight though. I don't think I would have done that in 2 passes because we weren't over as far as I thought. Very tall tree there. That looks a bit out of place, doesn't it there? Oh, I'm missing some spots now. Pay attention. Too busy looking at the trees. Right. Whoa, actually we're not. I had a horrible feeling there I was going to damage the crops, but I think they're at such a early stage we're okay because we haven't got narrows on there. Right, I need to turn this down. I might have to put my help menu on, guys, just so we get the right. Is 15 going to be okay? Should be, I would have thought. Perfect. So that's the lowest. Try not to waste as much as possible. I do quite like the look of that field at the other side of the train tracks. I think it's just quite cool, tucked out of the way. But I bet that is not cheap. Right, let's just get those little bits that I missed, and then that's that bit done. And then we can swap over to the subsoiler. So let's drop that off. I didn't exactly park that in the best spot, did I, like that, because we need to have this behind us. Well, you could push it along, but I really don't think this tractor's going to even cope with it like that, so we'll soon find out. Please work. We need something to go our way. Oh, look at that. 260 horsepower, my bottom. That is pulling it a dream at 170 horsepower tractor. Beautiful. As you can see, we have got the stones coming up, so something else we will have to lease in a minute. Well, I will get this done, guys, as quick as I can. I'll probably bring you back in when I'm not sure actually. I probably will do the rock picking off camera as well, because that's a job that you've seen before and it can be a little bit tedious. We'll tip them back in the silo. So yeah, I will see you at some point anyway. Right, so I'm up at the shop. I've let a worker tackle the stones. I thought might as well. We can afford their wages. So I think we'll start tackling those two harvesting contracts. Hopefully they won't have disappeared. And it was field 9 and 10. And like I say, we can use the same equipment on the other one. I think we'll go for the least amount of fee we're going to get charged, so 802. Like I said earlier, it's a nice looking harvester. I think that's the X9 actually, looks a bit like it. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what tractor and trailer they're going to give us though, so we will borrow items on that one, and then we will accept contract on that one. Hopefully they're still there. Yes, perfect. And what I was thinking, if we go back onto this menu, so it's these two fields, 9 and 10. So sunflowers are there and corn's on 9, we know that. What I was thinking is if we tackle the sunflowers first, I've no idea how much extra we'll have left over. It might not be a lot, but we will just sell them because the sell point's there. And then if we do the corn last, whatever we get left over, well, providing it's worth keeping, If it's just a couple of thousand, I might not bother. But if it's a decent amount, I'll stop it as soon as it starts selling for us. And then we'll take that back to our silo, because we do have 20,000 litres of corn in our silo from our field. So we can add to that, and then come January, hopefully it will be a decent price. I'll keep checking these prices as well every month, just to check, make sure we are getting sort of the best price possible. But oh look, they've given us the class. Oh, we've got a bit of a class setup going on with the tractor trailer. Nice, I like that. So we've got some decent equipment there. I think we better use the header trailer, because that's a bit wide, I think, for going up the roads. What way have we got to go, actually? That's the main thing. So we'll have to come out of the shop, and we're up there, aren't we? So straight past the sort of village, town, whatever that is, and then swing a right again. We'll go up there. Obviously we have been up there quite a few times before, so we'll do that. So what I'll do is I'll transfer all of this equipment up to the sunflower field, and I'll bring you back in when we're ready to start harvesting. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right, we made it. I actually used a worker to bring the tractor trailer up. I had to reset them only once though, so it wasn't too bad. But we are here. That header trailer is very interesting as well. It sort of swivels round, so you can put it on the header on the trailer a little bit better and easier. But we're going to crack on with this. It's not a huge field, but it's big enough, so it still will take a little bit of time, but hopefully not too long. I can't imagine we're going to get a great deal to keep ourselves off the field, but it is what it is, you know. And the cornfield is over there by the look of it. Nice slope to it, so we've got a decent harvester to cope with it. So we'll crack on with it. Right, we're almost done. Just got this little sort of triangular piece here. Should be able to get that in one go. Got quite a decent amount off of this field actually. Almost 2 full harvester loads. Did empty just because I was down that end by the tractor and trailer. I think it was on about 88%, 90%. So yeah, not a bad amount off of this field. So that is that done. Let's fold that up for a minute. We will, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get this right down this corner. I'm not going to use the header trailer. I'm just going to drive straight across to the cornfield when we're ready. There's nothing in that field, so I can cut across there. I'm sure they won't mind. We're all friends here in France. Right. Let's get the rest of that off of there. Yes, we've got 14,363 litres in here. I'm not sure it's all going to fit in here actually, so I might have to go and dump some off. There we go. We're literally just over there. Be nice if it all does fit in here. No. So how much is left in the harvester? 6,640. Righto. Let's go and sell this for the people. Before we get carried away, let's get on to our contracts and see what sort of percentage we're at. So 84%. 87. 91. There we go. So whatever's left, we made 2,298. We've got another 6,000 left in the harvester. We will sell that though. There's not really much point keeping hold of just a little bit of sunflowers there, because I can't see us growing sunflowers anytime soon just yet. We're going to kind of stick to the crops that don't require a lot of money to start with. And as we build up and progress, then obviously we can move on. I would absolutely love to get into grapes and olives, especially on this map, because I think it's quite fitting to be in France and the Mediterranean. But that requires quite a lot of money to put a decent size vineyard down. And the equipment as well. Well, mainly the harvester, to be fair. Right, so that's another. So we made over 10 grand off of that crop, so that's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Obviously, we're not going to collect on that because we need to finish that cornfield as well. And that field is bigger than this one. So we should, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll leave that there for a minute. We should hopefully get a little bit more corn than what we just got off of that field. Then we can store it. We might have to keep stopping and starting as we are unloading. Very, very slopey terrain here, isn't it? That is going to be fun. It's probably why they've given us this beast to tackle that, actually, because I'm not sure our harvester would enjoy going up there. It's gone a little bit dark as well. Right, so now we need to tackle this one. This one's probably going to take a bit longer just because of the terrain. But we are off and running. We'll probably get this one done and then I'll bring you back in towards the end again. And hopefully we will have a decent decent amount to keep for ourselves. Probably will make a tiny little bit of money because I don't know if my trigger finger's going to be quick enough to stop it in time. But as soon as we can, providing it's a reasonable amount, we'll drive back down to the farm, tip it into the silo, and I think we'll leave it there for the episode. We'll leave our field work as well for this episode, so we've picked up the stones, so it's ready for its grass to go in, and hopefully we can put the second stage of fertilizer on there as well. So that'll be tomorrow, in game tomorrow, that is. So yeah, I'll get cracking on with this and I'll see you a little bit later, guys. I must admit, before I go, I do love the way the corn shakes as it goes between very cool. Right, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right, it's just come up with the message contract complete on here, so whatever we've got left will be ours. There's a tiny little bit in the trailer over there, I think it's something like 79 litres or 700, I don't know, I can't remember. There's not a lot. So hopefully, what are we going to get off of here? Around 8,000 maybe? That'd be nice. Maybe not that much. Question is, do we keep it? Is it worth keeping? I think it will be. Might as well. It's going to be more closer to 5,000, isn't it? Come on, keep going, keep going. That'll do. I know it's not a huge amount. Oh, not that one. Let's fold that up. That will add to our 20,000 something though. That should put us to... I think it should put us to about 25,000 of corn if we go and deliver this to our silo. So we'll empty that in there. Let's just double check. So yeah, we've finished both of those. We won't collect on them yet, obviously. Yeah, that should put us over 25,000 litres of corn, which will mean we'll have to do 2 trips in our trailer wherever we sell it, but that's fine. Happy with that. We may as well keep this. So we'll put our beacons on. It is getting a little bit dark now, so we may go for some lights as well. And we'll go for a bit of in-cab. Beautiful setting as the sun's coming down. So we'll just ease off a bit here. Lovely colours, look. Very autumnal. It's not a word I use very often. Just trying to sound like I'm posh and I know what I'm talking about. This looks very pretty down here though, with the lights, the street lamps on, and I don't think I've been along here at this sort of time of night. I do like the way the lights come on as well at different sort of times now. So I think in FS19 they normally sort of all came on around 7 PM. Obviously, as you can see, we've only hit 5 PM and we've got lights coming on, so it's obviously reacting to the how dark it is. Now, I did not hit that sign. I'm guessing that that was the worker earlier. That's what I'm saying anyway. That will obviously reset though when we load back into the game. So quite a productive day again. We've done a bit of field work on our own field, getting that ready and prepared, and taken on a couple more contracts. As you can see, we've got 125,000 just over, so we are earning decent money now. The contracts are definitely helping. They're probably going to be seeing us through the winter as well. Right. Let's do a bit of indication. Like so. Hopefully. There we go. We'll do a bit of out cab look. That goes in our silo. Let's just double check. Just over 25,000 litres of corn. Excellent. So hopefully come January we can sell that. That'd be good to go. So also we will collect on those two contracts. That will give us a bit more income as well. We'll collect that and we'll collect that. Thank you very much. Just over 136,000 now. Very happy with that. We are making money now. I'm very, very happy. Excellent. But I think we'll leave it there for that episode. Like I said earlier, very productive. Got quite a bit done. And we've earned a nice bit of coin as well. So I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please drop a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.